So about a week ago, I held a poll to see which of these three canceled champions people would most be interested in seeing reimagined. Averdrian, Gavid, or Tabu. Tabu won by a fairly wide margin, so yeah, I decided to try my hand at revamping the Voodoo Shaman. That said, this won't be like an episode of Runeterra Rewrites. Considering this is a canceled champion who never actually made it into the game, my new lore is more so focused around trying to reinvent the character's concept, rather than working under the constraints of an existing design or voice lines, of which there are none in this case. This version of Tabu is entirely my own, and would likely require a proper redesign to compensate. Alas, I am not an artist, so you'll have to use your imaginations for this one. With all that out of the way, let us begin, shall we? Many myths and rumors abound about the mysterious shaman known as Tabu. Some say he is an exiled member of the Voodoo people, cast out for practicing dark magics that defile the teachings of the Mother Serpent. Others claim that he was born to the nomadic river folk, but struck out alone after the untimely death of his family, which he may or may not have caused. Some stories claim that Tabu is a merchant of sorts, dealing in the most unsavory of wares. Whether it be deadly poisons or potent curses, Tabu has the finest selection for those daring enough to seek him out, for whatever sinister purpose. However, Tabu does not deal in coin nor debts. Instead, he accepts payment in the form of severed organs, trinkets with deep personal value, or even time taken from one's very lifespan. So the stories claim, at least. In truth, those who cross Tabu's path find him to be a surprisingly amicable fellow. He boasts a charming smile and an easygoing demeanor, and though his manner of speech may at first seem off-putting, Tabu's charisma is undeniable. Once he has his customers hooked, Tabu is quick to start advertising his many wares and services. Potions and tonics to cure the sick, rituals to banish spirits and lost souls, or even simple advice for those who need it. Tabu also requests that his clients offer a piece of themselves as payment for his work, primarily in the form of spittle, nail clippings, or strands of hair. What he does with these or why he desires them is anyone's guess, but those who have met the man would swear that his intentions couldn't be anything less than genuine. Though rumors paint him as a dastardly figure, and his patience a kind one, the truth may actually lie somewhere in the middle. Away from prying eyes and scathing tongues, Tabu practices his art in secret, an ancient form of magic called life-binding, that draws upon the power of spirits through mortal remains. Considered heretical by many, Tabu nonetheless strives to perfect this magic, as he believes his ancestors did. The practice of life-binding dates back centuries, with its earliest practitioners being a small sect on the Serpent Isles, who sought to bridge the divide between body and spirit. Though some claim that this art corrupts the soul, these outcasts believe that it was a means of better connecting all life together. For ages, life binding has been passed down in secret, and now its last known practitioner, Tabu, continues to use its power for the sake of others, even if few understand the true nature of his art. Though Tabu knows he'll likely never be truly accepted by the masses, he refuses to allow such thoughts to dampen his spirits. No matter what others may say, no matter what hardship he faces, the shaman continues his endless roaming, offering his services to all in need. Tabu is certain that if he continues on this path, then maybe, just maybe, he might find others willing to take up his ancestral art and pass on its teachings. So let's talk about a couple things. Tabu, as we know him now, is a stereotypical witch doctor, steeped in a lot of tropes that people typically associate with depictions of voodoo. However, when coming up with this reimagining, I decided to do some research into actual voodoo practices, and I was hardly even surprised to find that it's not quite what a lot of modern media makes it out to be. Without diving too deep into the specifics, voodoo is more of a religion than some nebulous practice of the dark arts. It primarily revolves around the worship of spirits, though I'm afraid that I'm probably not the most qualified person to give a proper lecture on all of its history and rituals. Regardless, there's a lot more to it than cursed dolls and zombified corpses. I sort of wanted to lean into that idea with this iteration of Tabu. While I didn't think it necessarily made sense to translate actual real life voodoo one to one into the world of Runeterra, I wanted to at least capture the overall vibe. I leaned into the idea that Tabu has an unsavory reputation and many malicious rumors floating around about him, but in actuality is really just a healer and priest who uses unorthodox methods to solve problems. The idea of life binding takes inspiration from the actual voodoo belief of spirits inhabiting mortal vessels, by having Tabu call upon the power of the deceased through their mortal remains. In a way, it's sort of like a blend between hemomancy and necromancy, so it's not hard to see why and how such a practice might be seen as, well, taboo. Still, magic is magic. Whether it be a force for good or evil depends on its wielder. And since Tabu was originally meant to be a support character, well, we've had supports using dark powers before. Anyways, what do you all think? Do you like this interpretation of Tabu, or would you have preferred a different direction? Leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I'll see you all next time.